Just quieten down, baby.
Per capita export value.
Libraries. Minister, are you embarrassed by your behavior today?
There's a lot of bleeding hearts around.
Do you have the fortitude or the gonads to stand up and come across here and say that to me, you son of a bitch?
Just watch me.
He certainly went too far, Mr. Speaker, when I saw him stick his tongue out.
Contemptuous disregard.
More than a slab of bacon talking here.
The disappointment you also feel is my responsibility.
I lost my temper.
What is the nature of your thoughts?
The word was F-A-R-T.
Do you want to do the intro?
I am a special boy in a special world. Look at how special this boy here is. I am a special boy
Jesse
in a
is a
special world.
boy, so
I
special,
want to
special
feel
boy,
special
he is
all the
special.
time. Come
Special,
see the special boy,
special,
special
special,
boy. Come
special,
see the special boy,
special,
throw a pie at
special
him.
boy,
I am a special boy. Look how special I am. I am a special boy,
special.
special.
Let's end it now. Anyway,
It's what?
let's end it now.
Okay.
Oh, that was good.
That was nice.
Yeah. Are you happy now?
I'm a happy special boy.
He's happy. He's special. He's all of those things. All of those things combined. I can have a drink of water a minute. Hang on.
Hold on.
Welcome to Canadian Politics is Boring. That wasn't a normal introduction. That was
Hey, we'll sing it every episode
Just a
from
song.
here on.
Jesse was just wanted to feel special for a bit. So
Special boy.
I'm Reese Waters, and with me is the
Special boy.
impenetrable Jesse Harley.
You've used that
Because it's
word.
so funny. Because it sounds good, but when you realise, it's like, oh, no one can penetrate
No,
him.
they've tried.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the
Good luck.
Slippery when wet Reese Waters.
Good. So before we go on to our main topic, which I'm sure you cannot wait for,
I don't know anything about it as per usual.
I know, and that's the idea.
This is the easiest
Clueless,
job I've
Jess.
ever had.
Your job,
Although I get a lot of flack for it. So
your job is to be both vacant and empty. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
two things that come quite natural to me.
small talk to mention. Any news?
No.
No.
Nothing exciting. I'm playing The Long Dark. I haven't been playing video games for a very
The
long time.
Long Dark.
The Long Dark is I just decided, I thought I'd get back into it. The Long Dark is a survival video game based in a winter-ish apocalyptic setting where all
Also
power...
known as Nova Scotia.
Also, yeah, where all power is gone out except for infrequent bouts during the night, also like Nova Scotia. And so it's like a survival game. You have to hunt for food. You have to chop firewood to make fires to keep warm. You have to sew your clothes to make sure your warmth rating goes up so you don't die from freezing to death or starving to death. And the funny thing is that there's two things that happens. You will die from dehydration if you don't like guzzle 2 to 4 liters of water every single night. Like if you, just before you go to bed, if you don't guzzle 2 liters of water, you'll wake up in the middle of the night and your character will be like, God, those miners who drank their own pee don't sound so crazy right now. Like he's the weakest man on the face of the planet.
It's also quite dull because like no one remembers to stay hydrated in real life because it's boring.
Yeah.
Don't forget to drink that tasteless clear liquid, which is good for your health. No one remembers. And then to like make you pay to buy a video game where you then end up having to stay hydrated.
It's a fun game.
Ironically, I bet some people play that game for so long they end up dehydrated.
That's probably
Yeah.
I like that. So that's nothing new. I'm just playing a video game. That's about it. Just trying to stay sane. You know.
I played a game about a horrible future.
How's your bear situation going?
They came back last night.
Oh.
They come back all the time. It's if you had told Reese of the past, say Reese 6 years ago, hey, do you know what? In 6 years,
I like having your dog Rosie in the studio with us. She's very
just leaning in for a fuss.
yeah. She likes being cuddled and petted and scratched.
Scratched into the chin.
She's a giant sook. And
She just
cute.
looks at me with her big brown eyes.
She's a golden retriever. Is that right?
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
Massive for what is she? 2 years old now?
yeah. No,
She's
not-
huge.
She's a small one. She's a small one. Anyway,
Is she?
I was telling you about bears. So if you spoke to Reese of the past in Wales, where the most exciting thing he ever saw was a dead badger, hey, in 6 years' time, bears will visit your home every night. A group of bears, and they're quite large ones as well for a black bear. Apparently, from
You got to get cameras and start shooting this stuff, man.
But you won't be mesmerized by the majesty of the spectacle nature is presented to you every night. You will be pissed off and wish them dead because they just make such a mess every night. So Canada has really ruined the majesty of nature for me.
Well, I mean, you started tying down your bins.
I did.
Did that work?
I need to start tying down the bears instead now.
They just got through they tore through it?
Bite through. I use ratchet straps. They just chew through it. Rosie's no use. She sleeps through it all. It's
Did you hear that, Rosie? You're
yeah,
useless.
She's useless. She just eats stuff. That's all she does.
Eats and poops, an eating and pooping machine.
And the worst thing is she goes crazy. She steals the garbage they've ripped out and runs off because she knows she's not allowed to have it. And she runs into the forest to eat garbage and then comes back when she's tired.
That's fucking funny.
And I'm just stood there going, Rosie, where are you? Just shaking a bag of treats. Yeah, you. She just heard me call her name. So anyway.
You just said, Rosie, where are you? And she looked up at you like you're an idiot.
I know.
Like, I'm right here.
He's lost his mind again. So, I want to get onto the topic.
Okay.
So,
well, hold on. I want to know what you're going to do about this bear situation. I feel like that's
what can I do? If any of our listeners live in the Halifax area, have a high-powered rifle and a whole evening to kill, want to take out some bears for me, please do. You can have the fur. You can eat them. I don't care.
So, I mean, what is the problem? The problem isn't that they're coming onto your property. The problem is that they're making a mess.
No, the problem is that they're around, like, even in the day. Someone saw them, like, mid-afternoon out. And, like, there are kids out playing.
Oh, wow.
And they've got way too familiar with, like...
Right.
And it's not their fault. I get it. There's a ton of construction going on. Their habitat has changed.
Right.
It's not their fault. But the sad part is now they
have to
worried
die.
there's a matter of time before there's some kind of, like... incident or
right.
Like a neighbor's dog got attacked by a bobcat last week.
That's amazing.
So like stuff happens with wildlife there all the time, but and people's cats, they find their cat collars in the eagles' nests.
I mean, all I was going to say is I don't have an answer for you, but that doesn't mean that one doesn't exist. We are in Canada, and like people deal with bears all the time. You'd be right just to kind of look this up a little bit. I'm fairly certain it's not like, well, you live with bears now. There's nothing you can do. Absolutely. Like we've been living with bears for hundreds of years.
The government will come and just shoot them.
No.
They say they relocate them, but what they do is relocate them, their corpse. So
you want to find a humane way of dealing with these bears?
I mean, what do you do with them? Like, what are you going to do? Just
send us a speak pipe. Dear listener, speakpipe.com/Canadian.
I wish no ill on the bears. I wish no ill on the bears. I know I was joking about shooting them.
Find a solution for Reese. Send us a voicemail. Let us know. Or an email.
I could poison my own garbage and kill them.
That's horrible.
Anyway, or just put laxative in there. They won't come back then.
Oh my God. No, they'll come back. They just won't be understanding why they're shitting all the time.
If you've ever seen bears...
You'll have teared open bins and garbage everywhere, along with bear diarrhea all over the place.
Beararrhea.
Beararrhea. Yeah. There's your next movie.
Sounds like an Italian car. The all-new Fiat Beararrhea. Anyway, should you want to learn about the topic?
Fucking sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the episode is called "Are You Away? Are You?" I can't even speak. Got bears on the brain. Are you afraid of the WEF?
The WEF?
The World Economic Forum. Are you afraid of the World Economic Forum?
I feel like I should be.
Most people don't give a shit about who they are. Some people think.
I feel like you've taught me about them before, actually.
So. This is a tweet. I'm going to read a tweet to you. So this was a tweet saying, #WEF, #Klaus Schwab, who founded the World Economic Forum. You, Klaus Schwab and your elite globalists are looking to turn the world into one future world government, running them as a worker farm. You are pushing y'all for micro implants, end fossil fuel consumption, food resource rationing, universal basic income, and to normalize cloning, destroy the family, end single family homes, mass infertility, government-raised children, synthetic meat and bugs, artificial wombs, one world new age religion, end commercial air travel, legalize pedophilia, sexualized children, end private farming, world central bank, one world government, end private owned property, digital world currency, mandatory vaccines, all this kind of stuff. So basically,
Who said this?
This is just the conspiracy theory world. This is just one tweet. This is a snapshot.
Not by them, but to them.
To them, basically. So
I want to go back to the whole, like, that was a long fucking list of things that they are blaming the WEF for.
yes.
And saying that they're going to do, because there's a number of things in
That's
there.
what they say
like,
they go into. I mean, like, there's some stuff where you go mandatory vaccination. Okay, like they were trying to encourage vaccination in, you know.
Who are these people? I don't even know who the WEF are.
So I'm going to get to that now. But basically, there's this organization called the WEF, founded by Klaus Schwab, and a lot of conspiracy theorists, a lot of the far right, it's this kind of new wave of some global conspiracy, a new world order that just wants to take over the world. Is Rosie hassling you?
Rosie's
I'm going to kick her out now.
Rosie's hassling me. She just wants snuggles all the time. All the time. I just put my arm down and she noses up underneath my arm.
So, and
then she puts her face to the wall.
So the World Economic Forum. Jesse, I just can't allow dogs in you.
She's so cute,
easily.
man. She's so cute.
She does a thing where she just rests her head on you,
Yeah.
on your leg, and looks at you.
Looks at you. You're like, are you gonna pat me now?
Exactly.
What the fuck?
So
it's doing it to you now.
So a lot of people on the right, on the kind of far right, and a lot of conspiracy-minded people believe that the World Economic Forum is an organization that is trying to form a one world government, destroy individual liberties, and just transform our lives to make them miserable and to use us as kind of like worker bots.
And to be fair, I know nothing about these people. They might be. I don't know.
Well, exactly, but also it's become so. It's always been in the realm of, like, you know, Alex Jones, the conspiracy theorist. He's in the realm of like wacko conspiracy world.
Yeah. He was on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan basically told him, like, you know, we've picked apart all your theories, and you get about 1 out of every 10 correct. You know,
I think that's pretty like generous,
right? Yeah, but still, the fact that he knows this, you know, he's like, yeah, well, at least blah blah. blah. Well, that was pretty good, Alex Jones.
No,
I gotta say, I was kind of proud of myself there.
I'd say you're being generous. That was a good impression, but I don't think he's right that often.
Hand me another cigar and some whiskey there. Do you know whiskey comes from slaves and slaves of the Irish people? That's right. Yeah, I don't know.
You're just making slaves of the Irish people.
Yeah.
Do you make that up?
Yeah, just like Alex Jones does.
Everything's good. So, but what you found now is all the conspiracy nuts on the far right it's now bleeding into the Canadian Conservative Party. So some Conservative MPs have been accused of spreading like anti-World Economic Forum conspiracies. People like
Can we go back and just tell me what the World Economic Forum is?
I'm going to get to it.
You're going to get to it. Okay.
I'm going to get to it now.
All right.
So Colin Carey, MP, basically said that he claimed that the World Economic Forum had penetrated more than half of Canada's cabinet of the Liberal Party. Rosie just usually she's so chilled. She just wants to play. And also Poilievre's joined in on it.
Of course he
he's
has.
basically banned he banned his party from attending the World Economic Forum.
Okay.
And also tried to outmaneuver and outflank Maxime Bernier, who was obviously PPC.
Right.
Maxime Bernier, who was a member of the Conservative Party, has been to the World Economic Forum.
Right.
And Poilievre was like,
Unlike Maxime Bernier, I've never been to the Davos conference.
sorry, didn't talk like that. Unlike Maxime Bernier, I've never been to the Davos conference that the World Economic Forum puts on. He'll have to explain why he went there and what he was doing there. And I did not go to that, and I would not go to it, nor will any of my ministers. So he's trying to say, look, even Maxime Bernier is supposed to be more right than me. He went there, so he's part of this secret one world government agenda, is what he's alluding to.
Which Maxime Bernier?
The one from the PPC party.
Yeah, which one?
The real Maxime Bernier. So,
we did an episode a long time ago about
the fake Maxime.
There's a fake Maxime Bernier with the exact same legal name as him running alongside of him. It's very funny. Anyway.
Thanks to the Rhinoceros Party.
Yeah.
So it started as a conspiracy thing. It's bled into mainstream conservative politics in Canada, and the leader is now saying it. So the World Economic Forum was founded by a German engineer called Klaus Schwab in 1971. And the idea is, this is the mission, engage the foremost political, business, cultural, and other leaders of society to shape global, regional, and industry agendas.
Okay. I mean, that just sounds like corporate speak to me.
It does. And it is very, very, very corporate. And after the pandemic, they came up with a theme called the Great Reset. And the idea is that after the Rosie, sorry, this episode's just been disturbed by a dog. So after the pandemic, it was an opportunity for a great reset to address the burning issues facing the world.
Okay.
Because everything had changed. And that led to the Great Reset, people thinking they want to reset the whole world to build this one world government and this nefarious kind of agenda and all this kind of stuff. So the idea is that the Great Reset is the global elite's plan this is the belief, to instate a communist world order by abolishing private property while using COVID-19 to solve overpopulation and enslaving what remains of humanity with vaccines.
Unfucking believable. Amazing. It's truly amazing, honestly.
And you'll see people talking about, if you Google,
I still don't know anything about the WEF other than
I just told you about
no,
it.
you told me their front page corporate sort of, slogan, whatever it's called, not a slogan, their what's it called? Their
Hang on, I'll find some pictures now. So
what do they do?
they have like a big conference in Davos every year, and roughly 3,000 leaders from 130 countries, including heads of state, top like people from Nestle, all the oil companies would be there.
So all the real assholes.
They all pack into this big. If you dropped a bomb on Davos, it would kind of like cut the head off a lot of organizations and governments and stuff. So essentially, it's a big overpriced conference in Switzerland. Everyone gets together, seminars, people talking about like, the issues and how corporate can work with government and all this kind of thing. It sounds really fucking boring.
Not only does it sound boring, it sounds dangerous.
Well, you put in heads of state in rooms with like heads of business. It's kind of like it. I know, and they don't share everything that they talk about.
Right? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, maybe they're not as innocent as.
Well, honestly,
we're trying to think they are. Like,
I think. I mean, there's probably going to be like a shit ton of nepotism. People in government looking like if I was Justin Trudeau, and I was coming to the end of my tenure as premier. Like the Prime Minister of Canada, going to Davos is a great networking opportunity to go, well, what am I going to do next? You go to Davos, you go have some meals. Hey, the Shell Corporation, they said they'd always, once you finish being Prime Minister and you've turned your back on politics, let's do some fracking. There's a seat for you in our boardroom. Like, it's kind of like it just seems like the most.
Lie down. Does she know lie down?
She does, but she just won't do it for you because she has no respect for you.
Lie down.
Just ignore her. Just ignore her. She'll go away. The problem is you keep talking. I'm trying to teach you about the most pressing issue. But if you Google or search on any social media WEF, you will see tons of conspiracy posts. And I've got an account here from someone who went to one of the conferences. Do you have you ever heard of the MP Michelle Rempel Garner?
No.
She is a Conservative MP from Calgary, and back when the Conservative Party was not what it is now under Polyev, like Stephen Harper, all the Conservatives typically would just go because that's what most people would do. People from all political parties would go, but she went, and this is an article she wrote. The WEF portrays itself as a highly influential elite organization. In reality, it's an overpriced sales conference. In January 2016, I woke up with an email saying, "You've been selected as a young global leader." I thought it was spam, but opening it, I realized it was no joke. The YGL program is a big part of the broader WEF programming. So it's the most exclusive private network in the world, is how they kind of pitch it. This is an overstatement, but members do include the likes of Sergey Brin, no idea who that is, Ivanka Trump, Mark Zuckerberg, Amal Clooney, and many of the top up-and-coming political leaders in the G20. In Canada, Andrew Scheer and Justin Trudeau were also members of the young global leaders.
Okay.
So the idea is, there's a rising star in that country. Come to the kind of recruit from the young. Come and be part of this event.
Right.
Come and network and rub shoulders. If they called you up, they're like, Jesse, we think you're a future leader. How would you like a trip to Switzerland? All the big wigs will be there. All the big wigs, the big cheeses, the big dicks. They'll all be there. Just wigs, cheese, and dick all weekend.
Wigs, cheese, and dick. You know how to sell me.
Wigs, cheese, and dick weekend in Switzerland. And the idea is you get seduced by it, and you kind of start networking, and then they go, "Oh, look, they turned out to be prime minister one day," and you know what I mean?
Sounds boring as fuck.
It does sound. It sounds like you go there and you'd spend 5 minutes standing in a room awkwardly listening to other people talk and go,
and then you go eat cake.
I just go, "Where's the cake? Where's the pool? Where's the bar?"
Right? Yeah, exactly.
And they
Bars
go,
were all the
how was
deals happen
Davos? I don't know, but the pool was great. You could swim outside. There was like a tunnel. We rented quad bikes.
I don't know, man. Like it just feels like another circle jerk for the rich.
It is. That's all it is. But people are angry about it. And I get why they're angry. It does look bad.
Of course it looks bad. I mean, like anything, I don't know. I think there might be some merit into looking into what these guys are doing. And the far right saying that they're, this group is there to like
steer the world.
And like control people via vaccines and like have legal pedophilia. Can you imagine Justin Trudeau coming on TV announcing it's now legal?
I don't understand how people, the whole kind of people thinking that there's some government policy to sexualize children in schools and all this kind of thing. Nobody, like right-minded, most people are right-minded and would go, fuck that.
Right.
And nobody is teaching that or doing that. I don't understand the obsession with that at the moment. But anyway, I think that...
So, I just think that the far right are making... How do I put this? By blowing it out of proportion, it makes the rest of the world ignore it.
Well, if I started saying I'm really worried about the World Economic Forum, and people had seen like all these conspiracy posts, so they're going to ignore
you.
Yeah,
but like,
well, I'll see you again soon, Reese.
Yeah. But like, there might be something there, perhaps significantly less nefarious than what these conspiracy theorists are saying.
Yeah. But when wank stains online are like sharing these crazy posts about
wank stains,
about legal, it's my new favorite phrase to use. So when wank stains like are sharing these stupid memes, it means that any legitimate concern and criticism of it
is just going to be swept under the rug.
You're just going to get
part of crazy.
You're going to be tarred with that wank stain brush.
I'm so glad we're not a serious political podcast.
CBC, I mean, CBC doesn't use the phrase wank stain. We're breaking new ground.
I agree.
Say it.
Wank stain.
There we go.
Okay.
Anyway, I feel better now. So
I don't know. Yeah, I don't like. Just in general, I don't like the sound of this group. I don't like...
They sound like the most annoying people.
Well, it sounds like it's just bringing the most corrupt fucking politicians and corporate leaders together under one roof, and that's never a great idea.
For a cheese, wigs, and dick weekend.
Right? Like, I don't know, Nestle and oil companies coming together, that's just fucking gross. Monsanto, like these people are coming together, shaking each other's hands, telling each other what a great job they're doing.
And also they go, look, we care. Look, we did this seminar on climate change at the World Economic Forum. Go home, carry on. Nothing really matters.
I don't know. I'd keep an eye on these guys.
I would, but at the same time, accusing them of crazy stuff is
not helping.
No, but also they kind of overreached themselves. So the video emerged of Klaus Schwab, whose name is very fun to say, implying that the World Economic Forum had influence over attendees who had secured the roles in cabinets of several countries, including Canada. And basically, Michelle Rembogana was basically shocked, saying that he has no influence over Canadian lawmakers who've gone to that event or been given an award by that organization. It's just that they're trying to toot their own horn. They're trying to build up their own prestige.
Right.
To say, like, just because I went to that event, it's like you go to somebody's birthday party. It doesn't mean that, like, you do everything they tell you to.
You don't?
No, just because you get some cake, that doesn't mean you're kind of then beholden to them.
You're not familiar with Canadian birthdays, then. This is
It's like, I give you a slice of cake now. You know,
30
don't hide
jumping
that
jacks.
body.
yours is way better.
So basically, I think they get carried away with themselves as part of that branding, where they think that just because everyone comes there, they've got influence over people, whereas they don't. Everyone's using each other.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't sound like they're up to any good.
But the reality now for Michelle Rempel is that she now gets confronted in restaurants by crazy people
Because she went?
because she went once. And they gave her an award or something. She now has these videos of her and her husband in a restaurant, and people like just going up with a phone in their face and going, "Why are you going to the WEF? Why are you in the WEF?" and all that.
I truly hate people
and then also
so much.
and also she struggles to walk down the street sometimes because she was knocking doors in Calgary during one of the elections. Some people spotted them, spun their car around, and then came after her saying like, they want her to answer questions about Klaus, and before that, threats and accusations. Just
What province was this in again?
this was in Calgary.
Really?
But this is all over the place.
Is it though?
It's not just an Alberta problem.
Okay. Where else is this happening?
Other places,
Such as?
New Springingtonsville,
Okay.
Yeah.
New Springinstonville. Yeah,
New
yeah.
Springingtonsville.
What province is that in, Reese?
Marble. The province most people forget.
Right, of
Marble.
course. Yeah, I've forgotten.
Yeah.
I've forgotten.
Halfway between Manitoba and Newfoundland.
Marben.
Marben. Anyway, so there we go. So, are you afraid of the World Economic Forum?
No, I'm afraid of the crazy people who would attack me if I.
Do you know,
decided to go.
I'm afraid of the people who go there, and I'm afraid of the people who are angry at the people who go there. I'm somewhere in between.
Right. All right. Yeah, I'll join you there.
It's like,
I'd be interested to hear what these fuckers are up to because it really sounds like they're up to no good. Honestly,
the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, honestly,
I don't think it's even that sinister. I think it's just people.
sinisterism. Like
I think it's just a
sinisterism?
mutual
Is that a word?
It's a mutual masturbation session for the 1%. That's all it is.
Maybe, and maybe it's that harmless, and it's very possible. But if nefarious people get together in like a secret sort of circle jerk on the regular,
Wigs, cheese, and dicks.
wigs, cheese, and dicks, like no good can come of that, man. There are some truly, truly evil people on the planet masquerading as humans. You know, like
I know.
The CEOs, the owners of Monsanto, of Nestle. You know, like there's some really, really, truly, truly evil people. You know, who care so little about other people. They exist, and the fact that they're getting together with other people, other like-minded people, makes me uneasy. You know,
I think, I don't think it's a good thing. And
No.
I think like
they're creating their own echo chamber. You know, they're physically getting together and creating their own echo chamber, and that's not great.
But ultimately, there's probably a ton of. We're focused on the World Economic Forum, but there's tons of other events where things like that happen anyway.
It doesn't make it better.
Politicians, no, but the point is, politicians and world leaders are influenced by.
Sure.
People are trying to influence them all the time. This is just one of many things that happen where people are trying to be influenced.
I mean,
So I'd liken it to a film festival where
I guess
typically I don't like film festivals because usually no one there is busy making films. It's most of the people, 90% of the people at a film festival are there
watching films.
No, because they like talking about making films and are planning to make a film at some point, but have never made a film. So, which is why I don't go to film festivals.
Oh, okay.
Or awards.
You're a riot, man.
Anytime I was ever invited to a film or a TV festival, I was busy making films and TV, and I couldn't go.
Well, look at you being all fucking hoity-toity over here. All right. Teach the rest of us the lesson, why don't you? That's great, Reese.
Do you go to film festivals, Jesse?
Yeah, I love them. They're fun.
You seem like the type. So.
Thanks.
I'd expect to bump into you at a film festival.
Every time I was invited to a film festival, I was too busy being at the World Economic Forum.
I was.
With cheese and dicks.
I was literally probably just like in like pajamas, sat in the dark, editing with some like cheese flavored puffs. While everybody else was in suits having a great time, and I was there in the dark going, I must finish another draft of this edit by midnight. And this is why I can't go to the film festival.
You've just never been invited. That's all it is.
No,
You're just bitter, jaded old man.
Anyway,
Well, that was okay. It was an okay episode. That wasn't great. Wasn't no, I'm ranking you, man. I'm keeping your feet to the fire.
Jesse's rank stain.
I mean, we talk about episodes 2 years old. That's how good they were 2 years ago. But like,
You can't. Not everyone's going to be a banger.
well, that's kind of what we're promising, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe the ones behind the paywall are, but. So, talking about the paywall.
If you want this show to get better,
I'm joking. If you've enjoyed this,
pay for it.
if you've enjoyed this show and you want to support us more, then you can join our secret special friends behind the paywall. It's like the World Economic Forum, but it's actually fun.
Yeah, patreon.com/Canadian Politics is Boring. And
And it's much
coming up
cheaper to
soon,
attend. It's only $7.50 a month.
coming up soon, that's $7.50 Canadian.
Yes.
Coming up soon is Apple Podcasts subscriptions.
Yeah, if you
We're gonna
use
set up,
Apple.
because I looked at our user base, and the majority of our listeners use Apple Podcasts.
So if you want
to
to,
show,
if you're not into Patreon, you want to be Apple Premium.
Yeah.
We're going to be on Apple Premium too.
same price. You know,
CanadianPoliticsIsBoring.com. If you're angry at us and you think that the World Economic Forum is doing all the bad things, then just go on our website.
send us an angry email.
Send us an angry email.
Yeah, we love those. They're so much fun.
They're really good. Don't leave a review. It won't work.
And don't forget to please leave a SpeakPipe message, an anonymous voicemail. You can leave it in 5 seconds. Don't even have to leave your name or email address. Leave a SpeakPipe for Reese, telling him how to deal with his bear problem. Because I don't
That's
know.
true.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe if I shave them while they're sleeping, they'll be too embarrassed.
That's one idea.
Yeah.
Sure. Keep
If you
them
ever
coming.
shaved them, speakpipe.com/Canadian Politics is Boring. We'll see you soon.
Oh, God. Bye.